Good evening, sir. This is Saleh George Gideon, and my register number is URK21CS50W1. Today, I am going to explain about my record file operation, which is experiment 6. And the aim of the first program is write a Python program to create a file where all letters of English alphabet are listed by specified number of letters on each line based on input n. So here the sample input is 5. The sample output must be based on this input we have given. So all these alphabets are in a set of number 5. So let's check how we can do this. So to access all the uppercase letters in the sample output and input, we have seen that all the letters should be in uppercase. So I have imported first I have imported this string module to get the alphabets, and inside the string module I used string.ascii underscore uppercase to get all the alphabets which are in uppercase. So in the second line I have asked the user to input the value to set the alphabets in the specific set. So in the third line, file equal to input of enter the target file. I ask the user to input the target file so that I can save the output, save the list alphabets which are in specific set. And in the fifth line, I initialized count to be -1, and in the sixth line, I opened the file which is inputted by the user, and I opened it in write mode to write the output into a file. And in the seventh step, I initialized a for loop to loop through the string.ascii underscore uppercase, and inside the loop I incremented the value of count to be 1 for each iteration. And in the ninth line, I checked whether the count is divisible by n, which is inputted by the user, and also count should not be equal to 0. So here, if these two arguments, if these two expressions are satisfied, then the count, then inside the file, I used write method to write inside the file, and here I wrote the program such that to take a new line to get into the new line. So it gets printed. So the alphabets of set of alphabets, if the input is 5, uh, it will be printed in such a way that the first 5 alphabets will be printed in the first line, and in the second line it will take the new line it will take the new line in this line due to this expression, and the next 5 alphabets will get printed into the second line. So on, this process will keep on going until the last alphabet is reached. So after completion of inputting all the saving all the writing all the alphabets into the file, finally I closed the file. And here in the 15th statement, I just use the print function to print this content in file. In the 16th line, fp is equal to open of file. This is the file I have asked the user to input in the beginning, and here I have used to open the file in the in the read mode, and I assign this to a variable called fp, and using variable y equal to fp.read. So all this stuff will be entered into the variable y, and finally I printed the content which is stored in the y. So now let's say let's give 6, and enter the target file. So A, B, C. So all the alphabets are in set of 6 letters. So hence the program is correct. Now we'll get on to the record. So in the algorithm, first we initialize the program. In the step 2, import string module to get the uppercase alphabet. And in the step 3, declare a variable n and ask the user to input a number. We did that. And declare another variable file and ask the user to input the file path to be stored into, and we did that. Using built-in function open the file and set the file in write mode. Yes, assign this to a variable called x, and we did this. Declare and initialize the variable count to be -1. Yes, while looping through string.ascii uppercase, increase the count in each iteration. In each iteration, check if count is divisible by n and not equals to 0. If so, using write method, take a new line and input the set of n alphabets into the file. We did all this and close the file using filename.close. This is the syntax filename. Here we used in the program we used file which represents the path of the file which we have entered in the output console screen. So in this step 9, to read the content inside the file, open the same file using open method and assign it to a variable file. Using read method, read the entire file, assign this to a variable y, x, and finally using print function, print the content of the file, and finally stop. We did this all, and coming to the program, this is the program which we have seen before, and coming down, this is the output screenshot of it, and so let's also check this. Let's also verify whether it's really available. Yes, we have done in the correct format. Here all these are in a set of 6 numbers, all 6 6 6 6, and the last two were alphabet letters are which were remained were y and z, and they are printed finally. Hence the program is correct. Now let's get on to the next program, and finally the result is FI is created successfully and the English letters are listed by specified number into the file and shown on the output screen. Getting into the second program, actually this is the 8th program. Write a Python function to copy the content of one file into another file. We have to use a function here to do this. So we'll again get into the program. So here we have to specify 2 files because we are using function, we are interchanging the content between 2 files. There must be a source file and there must be a target file. So I have asked the user to input the source file, and it will be stored in fp_01, and the target file will be stored in the variable fp_02. So here the function is called in the 21st line. So coming into the first line of the function, here it's the definition of the function, and the parameters are file underscore to underscore b underscore copied, and the second parameter is target underscore file. Here the argument fp_01 denotes the first parameter, and the second parameter denotes the argument fp_02. And getting into the function, using print, I have printed this data inside the main file to make it look better in the console screen. And coming to the main part, to the step 4, to the line 4, local underscore fp underscore 01 equal to open of file to be opened. Here using a local variable fp underscore local underscore fp underscore 01, I have opened the file, the source file, and in the fifth line all I have read the all the content using read method and stored it into the store it into x. So here to see what is stored, I have printed x here, so we can see the content which is present inside the source file in the sixth line. So coming back to the eighth line, this is the target file. Here local underscore fp underscore 02 represents the target file. It is a local variable. Here I open in the eighth line, which is in write mode, and in the y coming into the ninth line, here I using write method I sent all the content of x, that is of content inside the source file into the target file. So here after writing all the content inside the target file, I have closed the um, file target file. So to check this, here I have printed. So coming back to the 13th line and 14th lines, here I have opened the target file to see whether it's transferred or not. So finally, using print function, I have printed the thing which is present inside the target file. So here mainly there are two main print statements. The first, print of x, denotes the content present inside the first source file, and the second print statement denotes the file present inside the target file. So here we can see whether it's really transferred or not. So this is the, now let's check this. This is the path of source file, and this is the path of target file. Let's see. Here this is the data inside the source file, and it's successfully transferred into the target file. Now let's also check this inside, whether it's present, whether it's really copied or not. Here this is the text file 01, here this is the source file, and we will also check with the target file. Yes, both are same, so the program we have done is correct. Now getting back to the algorithm, first we have initialized the program, and in step 2, create a variable fp underscore 01 and ask the user to input the file path of file to be copied, and in the step 3, create another variable fp underscore 02, ask the user to input the file path of file to be copied into, and in step 4, define a function copy underscore data and pass fp01 and fp underscore 02 as arguments into the function. Inside the function, open the file to be copied using open and assign it to a variable called local underscore fp01. Read whole content of the file using method read and store it into a variable x. We have done the same thing there, and inside the same function, open the target file in write mode and assign this to a variable called local underscore fp underscore 02. Using write method, write all the content inside x into the target file. Assign this to a variable called y. Close the target file using close. So after using write method, we have to close this file so that it will be saved. Open the target file in the read mode and assign this to a variable called z. print Z to finally see the content copied from file having content to destination file. So here finally in the step 7, the content inside the source file is copied into the destination, or you can also call it as target file. So we have run this. This is the program which we have seen it before, and this is the output screenshots, and these are the we have seen it before. Mm, this is the content inside first source file, and this is the content inside target file. So a final result is a function is created successfully to export content of file A to file B. Here file A which I have seen is text file 01 and file B is text file 02, and finally shown on the output screen. So now let's get into the third program. The aim of the program is write a Python program to extract the word starting in vowels from a text file and print the same. Here what we have to do is we have to extract the words which are starting with vowels which are present inside a file, and we have to extract them out, and we have to print them on the console screen. So now let's check this. You will see this. Sorry. Okay. In the first step, I have asked the user to input the file path to extract the stuff, and I have stored it into a variable file. So in this second step, I have opened the file using open method, and I read all this stuff inside it and store it into the variable x. So in the fourth step, we have initialized the variable that is list underscore of underscore words equal to x dot split. Here I have splitted each uh, the content inside the file into a list of words. By using this string method, initially all the content inside the file must be in string format. So using the string method split, I have converted this split method returns the list of words. So that is what I have given the name to it, and inside and coming to the fifth statement, uh, to making it better, I have given the fifth statement, and the main part is sixth statement. I have initialized the for loop here. I use the for loop here also, and for I in list of words, here I am looping through the list of words, and we have one thing to remember here, that is there can be a possibility of words starting with vowels, and the first letter of the vowel can also be a uppercase letter, and it can also be a lowercase letter. So using the ORD built-in function, I have checked the first letter of the word. If it's uppercase vowels, here 97 denotes A, and 101 denotes E, so small e and small I, small o, small u. These 5 ASCII values represent the lowercase alphabets, or letters. In the ninth step, uh, in the ninth step, here I check whether the vowel is uppercase vowels. I am checking whether if they are uppercase vowels. So after if they are uppercase or lowercase letters, words that are beginning with vowels, then they will get printed using this print function. So here now let's check this. enter the file path. I have to input the file path. Yes, word starting with, yes, we have done it correct. Words starting with vowels in the file are identification, hydrops, affected, Intel, aluminum. And we'll also check this parallelly whether it's present inside the file. This is the file and this is the result we have got. Here there are some other words which are starting with consonants. Here they are power bank and Samsung and book. That's it. These three words are starting with consonants, and we are and those words are not present here. So by this we can say that the program is exactly correct, and we will get on to the algorithm of the program. First we initialize the program, and in step 2 create a variable file and ask the user to input the file path. We have done that. And in the step 3 open the file using open and assign this to a variable fp. We have done that. Using read the content inside the file and assign its content to the variable x. Yes. And in the step 5 create a list of words using string method split while passing it through the variable x and assign it to a variable list of words. Yes, we have seen it before. And in the step 6 check if each sublist in the main list, that is list of words, consists of words starting with vowels of either lowercase or uppercase alphabet, and print them using print function. And in the step 7 using the built-in function ord, check whether the words are beginning with the ASCII values of vowels of either uppercase or lowercase alphabet, and stop. We have done this all in the program. We have seen it, and this is the program which we have seen before, and these are the output screenshots, and this is the file. We have seen it before, and the final result is words starting with vowels are extracted successfully from the file and finally printed on output screen. That's it, sir. Have a nice day. Thank you.